Okay. So, put the phone in my pocket, and you know what? Another day, another tiny walk to the calisthenic spots. And again, I'm going to the West Park. Want to stay a little bit away from the crowd so we don't have this to play this cat and mouse game of avoiding people. But now it's Monday, and everybody goes back to their 9 to 5, which is good. You know, when I talk about the 9 to 5 thing, I'm trying to help people to get out of that rat race. And yesterday I saw one guy, he talks very disrespectful to those people in a very weird way. And I'm always observing people, never judgmental, but I'm trying to learn from other people their behavior, and I try to take over characteristics that seem to me very positive but also real, and that somehow people can benefit from it. But what I saw yesterday, this guy, he was very, very disrespectful, and he also spoke to 9 to 5 people and addressed them as that. So straight away put them in boxes without actually showing some sort of human element to it, humane element, and all for the viewers. Because again, I would put this guy, let's say, in a similar category as those people who go to areas and label the areas as dangerous and all that kind of normal people bullshit that actually, yeah, gets a lot of views. Because also this 9 to 5 chasing guy, he also thousands and thousands of views. And I'm trying to learn from this because, you know, I'm trying to share thoughts, try to get people out of this 9 to 5 race. I'm not only addressing the problem, a lot of people like to address the problem, not too much the, I get a message actually, not too much the solution, because the solution requires work. And I think everything that addresses some sort of effort from the viewer, that includes facing reality, taking care of business, and following some working structure, is always scaring people away. And I think entertainment comes more or less from looking at people, their disaster or problems, especially emotions. Crying would be a good one. And also when you really observe people, the majority of people, let's say also a lot of celebrities, I noticed, they always share something that they have common with a bigger audience. And I never mentioned names, but there was one comedian also that actually caught my attention. And he also said, you know, because he was depressed and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that is all fun. But I think, yeah, gotcha. Another person who addresses a bigger audience, because a lot of people are simply depressed because of a lack of discipline. And that sounds horrible, yes. But I know I sat down in the past with really depressed people who actually took care of business. That means they, you know, do suicide attempts and end up in jail. You know, those are the real people, because and the real people don't make their problems public and just end up in real problems. The majority of people who label themselves as depressed, well, we all know they have nothing else to do. Well, I'm saying this in the most respectful way because, you know, if you got self-inflicted depression stuff going on, simply because they're bored out of their mind, they lack discipline, or they consume the worst kind of food combinations. And not only that, also have simply nothing else going on. Maybe here and there a little bit welfare and a traumatic experience like a breakup 10 years ago. So, but anyway, we're gonna buy some water. Have to turn off the camera, or will turn off the camera. Like I said, I never put people on the camera. I'm not into that kind of stuff. Would be nice, especially when I do some talks with people in the supermarket, which I do. But in the meantime, it's snowy. Sofia, Bulgaria. Maybe you like to look at snow. I don't know. Let's cut it down because I need to buy water before I walk to the calisthenics spot. Let's take out and stop the live stream.